Here we are, northwest Colorado, heading towards Wyoming and Idaho. And that's the road ahead. And that's what I'm heading towards. I don't see a way around it, so I guess I'm going through it somehow. I'm in open grazing territory, and the cow, there's no fences keeping, there's a fence over there, no fences keeping the cows in, and they just walk across the road, walk out into the road. It's up to you to not hit them, because I can't imagine it's going to do your vehicle any good if you hit a cow. So I came by one that was right alongside the road, and there was no place for him or me to go if he decided to make a move. Saw a sign that in the winter chains are required. There's another young cow right alongside the road. They have these cattle guards in the road that keep cows from going from one pasture to the next. There's another one. I mean, you can't get any closer to the road without being in the road. It's all different, all interesting to me. Alright, here we are. Welcome to Utah. Life elevated. This is what Utah looks like. What Utah looks like at this entrance point. Really nice road. Alright, just driving through Utah, heading towards the Flaming Gorge Recreation Area. This is just some of the scenery along the way. This is what it's like up onto the right ahead. It's really cool stuff to see, in my opinion. Especially where I come from, where there's certainly nothing like this. Every time I come out to the west, I try to do it often. I'm still blown away. Every road I go down, it's new, is just the same, but it's different. It's really cool. Some more of the view. Pretty spectacular stuff. Every time you come over a hill or around a corner, it just is totally different. Massive rock ledges and formations and pretty soon my vehicle's going to yell at me for crossing over the lines. Tell me to take a break. These roads in Utah would be like a geologist's dream come true. They describe the different rock formations and what's in them. And so Interesting stuff. Looks like a possible another view up ahead, so we'll just stick with it. Sounds like a little downhill and then a lot of uphill after, but I don't know. I just find it's really cool. Mining operations next 5 miles. I don't know what they're mining, but it's here's part of the operation. Go looking down on mining operations again. Plenty of time to look. I'm behind a big truck going around a hairpin turn. We're doing 17 miles an hour. Here's part of the Flaming Gorge recreation area. That looks like it's in pretty good shape water-wise. I don't know where it started, but compared to the pictures I see of the ones in Nevada, southern Utah, that looks pretty good. Alright, I wanted to give you a quick look at Wyoming, which honestly, as I've been passing through it, this part of Wyoming, the southwest part of Wyoming, looks just like the northeast part of Utah and the northwest part of Colorado. But we're in Wyoming, and it's flattened out quite a bit, heading towards Idaho. So as I'm driving along, I wanted to share these fence things. I've seen a lot of pictures on one of the national parks or Travel America things I'm on, and people are always asking what these are. And I don't know how well you can see them. But these fences farther out, sometimes they're closer. Here's one that's closer to the road. So what those are is snow fences, because as you look around, there's no trees, there's some hills, but really nothing to stop the wind. And so in the winter it just starts blowing snow, and it keeps moving it and causing these giant snow drifts. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was in South Dakota once, and a guy is telling me that they can get up to 50-foot snow drifts on those things. So the idea is to keep it off the road, so they have those fences where the wind is blowing the snow, and they form like, it's like sand dunes but snow dunes, I guess. And those fences cause them to form over there instead of being a problem on the roads. Okay, this morning I am in Idaho. Sorry, no problem there. I'm on US Route 20, heading west. And if I was to make a U-turn and head east on US 20, could follow it all the way to Boston. This is the longest road in the United States, US Route 20. Runs all the way up into Washington and back to Boston. You can't go much farther east than Boston unless you go to the Cape. which does kind of confuse me because you would think Route 6, which goes all the way to Provincetown, might be longer because it goes all the way to the West Coast. But anyhow, they're both over 3,000 miles long. And I wanted to show you these mountains. Now, this is clear sky country. There's hardly ever any clouds or haze. It's just blue skies and beautiful weather. But once again, the wildfire smokes out of California are just sending haze out, smoke all over the place, and it just makes it hazy. And I can only imagine it'll get worse as we head farther west. We are going to California. I had to do some checking today before I booked any hotels to make sure that roads were open because they've shut down national forests in California, but not national parks. We are heading to Yosemite. So a little later on today, we'll be, actually half an hour, we'll be at Craters of the Moon National Monument in Idaho, and then we'll do another national forest or two before we end up in Boise. I didn't know I was going to do any more on this segment, but I just got to share this. Once again, this is a me thing. You might find this, but I've been on this hill, going downhill, the same hill, no ups in it, just continually downhill, sometimes steeper, sometimes not, for 15 miles. 15 miles downhill. And just pretty much letting gravity do the work. I did this the other day, and for the 15 miles I went downhill, my gas mileage, because I set it at the top just to see what it was 99.9. Just 15 miles downhill, and look, we're still going downhill. This is crazy. Just stuff you don't see where I come from back in New England. 15 mile downhill, and this isn't my first one. I just decided to keep track of this one once we hit the top. Wanted to share this with you. Running alongside still going downhill, by the way, 20 miles into this, a beautiful mountain stream. It's a little low, not the water. It's just below the road level, so it's tough to see. It's a beautiful blue water. I've just been rolling alongside the, showing you the column, I guess, alongside the road I'm on. Just a beautiful blue stream. You can see a little bit of it. Just really cool.